Caleb Jones with us. Before we take questions, I'm just going to open up the mic for Caleb Jones to say something to get us started. Go ahead, Caleb.
Yeah, hey guys. So about a couple weeks ago, I came into Edmonton actually early, and I was going to do my 7-day isolation, and I had a positive test for COVID. So I had no symptoms. I was asymptomatic, and I did my 2-week isolation, kind of stayed away from everyone, and then my first day back at the rink was actually Monday, the starting training camp. So I was just kind of the first 3 days getting back into it, and I was glad to be back full with the team today. So that's kind of the story there.
Okay, we have our first question, Jason Greger. Jason, as soon as your microphone is active, go ahead.
Well, Caleb, you mentioned you had no symptoms, but were you a little nervous at all when you hear positive tests because of the potential of respiratory issues and such, or were you not nervous at all?
Yeah. I mean, it's obviously a very weird disease. It's a weird time in the world right now, and some people get really affected by it, and it can be deadly, and other people would never know they had it. And I was maybe lucky enough to be in that group that if I'd never gotten tested, I would have never realized I had it. So that's all I can say about that. It's just a crazy virus, and I'm just glad to be healthy, and I'm feeling good getting back on the ice. So.
Next question, Jim Matheson. Jim, just wait for your microphone to be active. Go ahead.
Were you skating back in Portland before you came here, or where were you skating?
I was in Dallas, Texas. So, I was skating there for about a month before I came here.
Next question, Daniel Nugent-Bowman. Daniel, go ahead.
Hi, Caleb. So obviously you mentioned, the positive test. And so, what was the period like being in isolation? How do you are you able to stay active? And what was it like kind of getting back on skates for the first time when, you have to kind of be quarantined?
Yeah. I had a bike where I was and some dumbbells. So I tried to do my best to stay active and stay fit. And I knew camp was starting this week, so I was trying to stay in as best shape as possible. But, it's tough when you go 14 days off the ice. So that's kind of why I took Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I really tried to hammer it hard by myself, away from the group, and I was feeling good. So today I had the green light to go on the ice for real practice, and I felt really good today. So I'm just going to keep building it up, and that's all I have to say about that.
Next question, Mark Spector. Mark, as soon as your microphone's active, you can ask a question.
It is. You're right. Such a weird time, Caleb. Did you, like everyone around you must have been nervous. I'm sure your mom was freaking out. Did you have to contact trace? Did you know where you got it? Did you, is it a mental game not to let something like that, lay you low when you get that announcement?
Yeah. I couldn't tell you where I got it. I know Texas was having a lot of cases. So, like I said, I have no idea, but yeah, my mom obviously, I was asymptomatic. It was really a surprise. I didn't have anything. So, she was a little bit, nervous for a sec, but when I told her I felt completely fine, she kind of just settled down. And, I don't know what to say about that. It's one of those things, the world's got to find a way to get through it right now.
Next question, Ryan Rashog. Ryan, go ahead.
Hey, Caleb. The system is in place to keep all the players safe, and so there's all this testing. What would you say through your experience of testing positive, the conversations with the medical people, all the medical protocols that you went through, being separated from the guys? You've seen it firsthand. Do you have a sense of just how much they're doing to keep guys safe now that you've been through it? And do you think from what you're hearing that there's a level of confidence in that system seeing you go through it?
Yeah, for sure. It's a very strict policy, and we have a lot of strict rules around the rink here. And, it was 14 days away from the facility from the day of the positive test. So they're doing everything they can. And it's very safe for everyone, all the players here and all the staff and everyone that's going to be in that bubble. So everyone's very confident what the NHL has in place.
Next question, Derek Van Diest. Derek, as soon as your microphone's active, you can ask your question. Go ahead.
Yeah, Caleb, I just want to ask you, how tough is it to concentrate on hockey when you see how things are back home in Texas and in Florida and some of those other states where the numbers seem to be spiking? Is it tough to kind of focus just on hockey and knowing that back home things seem to be getting worse, not exactly better?
No, I wouldn't say it's tough. I have a job to do, and I was working all summer, to be ready to go for when I knew eventually we were going to be coming back. So, that's just on my mind right now. I know that my family and my mom is safe in Dallas, and obviously there's a lot of spikes right now on those two states you just said. But for me personally, as long as I know that my family's being safe and everything, it's pretty easy for me to focus on hockey and kind of keep my mind on that.
One final question, Daniel Nugent-Bowman. Go ahead, Daniel.
Hey, Caleb. Matthew Schneider from the NHLPA was saying how it was so important. Players wanted to have privacy when it came to COVID-19 test results, etc. I'm just curious why you decided to disclose this information, and why was it important to you to kind of have the record straight on that?
I think there's obviously a little bit of speculation for why I was missing the first couple of days of training camp, and these things happen. There's guys all around the league that are getting positive tests, and like I said, it wasn't like I was very sick. I was lucky enough to not even really realize that I would have had it, and I just thought it set the record straight and let everyone know what the situation was and why I kind of took a little time to get on the ice for practice.